And first right now here at 11 o'clock on the night team. Donald Trump's new chief of Homeland Security flies over eastern Kentucky flood damage late today, looking it over. Afterwards, we asked Kristi Noem if cuts to FEMA will hurt future natural disaster responses. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. The White House did put Governor Andy Beshear's disaster declaration on the fast track. WHAS 11 Night Team's Jose Alonso and photojournalist Emma Gefter covered Kristi Noem's response as she spoke in Frankfurt.
How are you guys? Thanks for coming.
The new United States Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, entering the Kentucky Emergency Management Center in Frankfurt, debriefing with FEMA officials after touring the devastation in Perry and Knott counties from a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter.
As low as we could get, we did not have a chance to get on the ground because the trip is so quick.
FEMA thanking Noem's team and President Trump's administration for their quick response to the overwhelming damage.
About 2,300 Kentuckians remain without drinking water or power of water.
This map shows the many counties suffering from the flood, most of them in the eastern part of the state. Nearly 300 people are staying in Kentucky state parks. Governor Andy Beshear shared an update separately from Noem, confirmed 23 Kentuckians lost their life, and says the floods of July 2022 are still the worst.
We learned a lot in 2022. Our goal is to make this the easiest process it can be on people who've gone through a lot. Once you've been traumatized by a natural disaster, you don't need to be traumatized by the process after which.
The governor also thanking the Trump administration and Noem's immediate response to the bluegrass state.
There was zero politics played in any of this. They turned it around. They did their jobs, and I'm grateful.
But President Trump has been vocal about making cuts within FEMA's workforce.
And you just mentioned it right there, but I also want to ask, these potential cuts that are coming to FEMA, could that impact the response time in any future scenario?
I don't think there's necessarily cuts. I think that it's going to be reforms that'll make sure that dollars still get deployed to the disasters. If you saw a reduction in spending, it's probably going to be in, less people needed at the administrative level, or less buildings in Washington, D.C., and more of those dollars being able to be deployed down to the local level.
As the secretary shakes the hands within the emergency center, she's leaving with a message to Kentuckians that they're not alone and will continue aid through emergency centers. At the state capitol, Jose Alonso, WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
Governor Andy Beshear also says they are working on setting up disaster recovery centers by this weekend. The governor also says they've raised enough money through the special Team Kentucky Storm Relief Fund to pay for the funerals for all of the victims of the flooding. So far, more than $400,000 raised through that fund. If you'd like to make a donation, we've got a link to do so right on our website, WHAS11.com.